Hey guys, today's lesson is all about React Server components. That is the third part of the introduction in the Next.js because before moving into some of the topics of the Next.js, we just have to learn the React Server components because it's a main and new architecture. Sometimes it's called RAC. RAC is a new architecture introduced by the React team in version 18 which was embraced by Next.js. Next.js is already released this components in Next.gen 13 and 14. Yeah, the architecture introduced new way of creating React components, splitting them into two types: server components and client components. What does it mean? Well, we just learned the theoretical of this topic, and then we will just do in the practice, right? Server components and client components. Right here, we can see the just sentences defining the meaning of the server components and client components. In Next.js, all components are server components by default. Um, we can just modify the component by the by just directive. They have the ability to run tasks like reading files or fetching data from a database in server components. However, they don't have an ability to use hooks or handle user interactions or just some kind of actions or event handlers on the client side. I mean, it doesn't have an ability, right? But client components, to create a client component, it's necessary to add use client directive like this at the top of the component file. Client components cannot perform tasks like reading files, but they have the ability to use hooks and manage interactions. Hopefully that makes sense, but we will do it in the practice. You can see right here, uh, we created already our first project, full stack app. It's our main homepage, right? In the second lesson, you just touch upon it. For example, if I'm gonna delete this file, everything, and RFC, we can just create our component and save it. You can see here, expert is not React component. Sorry. Uh, we can just remove everything right here. Mm-hmm. For example, div and h1 hello world right here. You can see hello world is appeared on the screen. It's just server components, the home page, right? By default. And it's our layout. I think it's you can familiar with this topic. For example, our just we have some metadata to display the CO updates, right? For example, we can just the title full stack up. You can see right here it's changed, right? And also description as well. Generated by the Next.js, and we can see it's in and out. Learn. That's all. It's our layout, right? It's also the server component as well. Layout, right? Layout is to me it's a main the part of the our all of the components, combining the components into one layout, right? You can create any layouts during the whole project. We can learn next time of this topic. And when it comes to page.t6, we just modified the component to client component, right? How can I do this? First of all, using using hooks, we can just, for example, um, maybe just counter counter is state, right? Just like uh, counter up, right? For example, initial value is zero. Right here, maybe we just the button. We just like right here button. For example, click, and we just add the handle click on click. Mm, and also right here, just like set counter pref plus one. It's our pref value. Uh, don't worry about this kind of types. It's just uh, you know, it's also from the TypeScript. Don't worry about it. Ah, right here, it's our failure to compile. It's an error because you're importing the component that needs this state. This React hook only works in a client component. That makes sense, hopefully, right? Because if you wanna doing something like user interactions, you need to add at the top of the your file use client directive. It's also automatically modified to client, right? Yeah, that's working. Yeah, that's working, right? You can see right here we just add this function uh, pref and also the state. It increments the value, right? From the start of the 0 and 1 plus 2 blah blah blah, right? It's working. It's a client component, right? If you remember the some concepts of the server and client components in the document, and I will leave in the documentation of the video description, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you and see you in the next video.